11-game hitting streak after a single early, and the pitch is way in. It hit him in the right elbow. He's going to the mound. He's going after Nolan Ryan. Ventura against Ryan. They've got him bear hug.
Hi again, it's Corey with DNC Ball Cards, back again with another Junk Wax era video. Today we're going to be busting into a box of 1990 Upper Deck. This is an 800 card set that was issued in two series. The low series, which is 1 through 700, and then the high series, which is 701 through 800. These cards have the anti-counterfeiting holograph on the backs, along with obviously the 1989 Upper Deck, which kind of issued that on its cards as well. These cards have team checklist cards, which features artwork from Vernon Wells Sr. This is kind of taking a page out of Donruss's book with the Diamond Kings. At least that's my interpretation. Key rookies in this set include Juan Gonzalez, Dave Justice, which is actually in the high series, Ray Langford, John Olerud, Sammy Sosa, and Larry Walker. And this set was actually riddled with typos and errors, especially in the first 100 cards. And looking for a way to make its cards more valuable, Upper Deck actually introduced the Find the Reggie campaign, which had Reggie Jackson signatures randomly inserted into high number packs. These were serially numbered to 2,500, and the cards that were serial numbered ending with the numbers 00 actually had the distinction of having the words Mr. October added to the autograph. As you can see, this is actually a low series box, so we're actually not going to be chasing the Reggie Jackson autograph. I don't have a high series box. They're not that much more expensive, if at all, from the low series box. Just don't happen to have one. I actually got this box. I actually have two boxes of these. Dustin actually gave me a box, and then I had purchased a box online for I think about 10 to 12 bucks when I averaged that out. So I've actually already opened several of these packs. We've got about 12 packs left to open that I'll open on camera. As you can see, this box is empty. It was actually very well kept. Cards were in good shape. It was sealed. I've obviously taken the cellophane seal off. But we do have about 12 packs to go. The key cards that we've got in the first packs that we've opened, Jose Canseco, Roger Clemens, Robin Yount, Barry Larkin, Kirby Puckett, Roger Clemens, Jack Morris, Carlton Fisk, Harold Baines, Robin Yount, Eddie Murray, Jose Canseco, Greg Maddux, Randy Johnson, John Smoltz, and I know these are the Vernon Wells art cards that are similar to the Diamond Kings. Jack Morris, there's another Smoltz, there's a Larry Walker rookie. I think Larry, he's probably going to get into the Hall of Fame, if not this year, pretty soon. Tony Gwynn, Tom Glavine, Barry Larkin, Mike Schmidt, retirement card, McGuire, Baines, Fisk, Ozzie Smith, Greg Maddux, Gary Carter, and then an Andre Dawson art card. So we've got about 12 packs to go. Haven't got a Juan Gonzalez rookie yet. Not that there's really much value or anything to that, but that was a nice card to get back in the day. Juan Gonzalez was a two-time MVP in the 90s. Actually a very dominant player in the 90s. I believe he finished his career with over 400 home runs. Would have gotten much more Hall of Fame discussion if it had not been for the PED scandal that he was kind of wrapped up in down there in Texas. So these cards are kind of crazy. They're kind of backwards and upside down. So we'll kind of go through this the best we can, as quickly as we can. Steve Searcy, German Gonzalez, Steve Carter, Henry Cotto, Alex Trevino, Steve Balboni, Jesse Barfield, our hologram insert, Gino Petrali, Oda B. McDowell, Louis Meadows, Neil Heaton, and there's a Roger Clemens, Jose de Jesus, and Joe Carter. So the big card that I would like to get, if I could, is a Griffey Jr. Obviously, he had a rookie in the 1989 Upper Deck set, which is a rather iconic card, probably the most iconic card for the Junk Wax era. But the follow-up card is pretty distinctive as well. If you haven't seen Dustin and Travis actually open up a box of 1989 Upper Deck and get a couple of Griffey Jr. rookie cards. So that, if you haven't seen that video, feel free to check that out. Hopefully I can get a Griffey here as well. Frank Thomas is actually not included in this set. Not sure exactly why. He was obviously in 90 Topps, 90 Score. I think he was in the 90 Fleer update set, but just not included in 90 Upper Deck. And there's a John Olerud rookie. And Matt Marullo. That was kind of a dud of a pack there. Quite a bit of nostalgia opening these Upper Deck packs. I can just remember, obviously 89 Upper Deck kind of brought in this era of the premium baseball card, and I don't remember really being able to get a lot of 1989 Upper Deck, but I do remember getting a lot of 1990 Upper Deck. So this is a very nostalgic pack of cards here, or box of cards. There's a Randy Johnson, Tony Gwynn, Hall of Famer, Dwight Smith, Alan Anderson, Chris Bosio, John Cerruti, Tommy Herr, Gerald Clark, Pete Smith. There's a Gary Sheffield. Obviously, he also had a rookie in the 89 set. You can see there's the little holograph that we were talking about on the back. I think I've read sometimes those are peeling off cards, but they seem to be pretty good here. Ernie Witt, Dean Palmer, rookie Ron Karkovice, and Al Newton. These cards, you can see these foil packs, obviously much different from the wax packs. Basically theft proof, or I should say tampering proof, and they've also obviously gone through the effort to reduce counterfeits with the holographs on the back. These are definitely, just going through these, you can definitely feel the quality of these cards compared to the cards, their contemporary cards of the 1990 year. The photography is really solid. It takes up a majority, vast majority of the card. compared to some of the other cards sets of that year. 1990 Donruss is just kind of a nightmare of a card. I do like Topps, but because I opened a lot of Topps as well. This was kind of my heyday, quite honestly. And there's that Griffey Jr. card we were looking for. So that is great. I mean, that's a beautiful card of Griffey. You know, he's still a kid there. Just kind of looks like he's having a great time. So glad to get that card. Bill Schroeder, that's kind of a cool photograph as well. I'm sure he was posing for that. That's a Bo Jackson All-Star card, it looks like. I'm not sure exactly what that says on the back. American League top vote getter. So I did get a Will Smith in the earlier packs that I opened off camera for the National League as well. So Vince Coleman and Hubie Brooks. So definitely glad that we got the Griffey Jr. You know, you can never be too greedy when opening baseball cards, so I would love to be able to get another one, obviously. Ricky Jordan, I think he may have been the two-way player, football and baseball. I may be having him confused with someone else, but I think that's right. There's some back-to-back cards. I know on the front of this card, one of the selling point, or the front of the pack, one of the selling points that they say is random sequencing. Can't say that I've necessarily noticed any sequencing, so that may be true. Terry Mulholland. Drew Hall. Kenny Rogers. Darrell Evans. Jeff McKnight. Mike Scott. Andy Benes. And I think that's either George Bell or Jesse Barfield. I think that's George Bell. Yeah, it's George Bell. I do like the art cards. They're a little different than the Diamond Kings, which is, the Diamond King typically is just a painting, kind of a close-up portrait painting of the player's face, whereas these cards kind of have a portrait and an action shot of the player. Roscoe, Gene Harris, Jack Clark, Ernie Riles, Greg Gagne, Don August, Pascual Perez, again showing you what he's going to throw, John Costello, Greg W. Harris, Lance McCullers, Paul Kilgus, Domingo Ramos, Rob Ritchie, Matt Marullo, and Jody Reed. So not much going on in that pack. Even like I said, even the pack kind of makes you, it feels like quality. There's substance to these cards. Like, they do feel a little thicker. They definitely have a little more. They're definitely more glossy than the Topps product or any of the others. There's an Andre Dawson, my favorite player. checklist card. You know, and the backs obviously have a, you know, another photo that's taken up half the card, which is, you know, revolutionary as well. You know, Upper Deck was really just a game changer. They kind of ushered in this period of card collecting that's really gone on through today's game or today's hobby, which is, you know, it's basically priced out, you know, the kids from collecting baseball cards. You know, the Topps and the Fleer and the Donruss packs, you know, they were still very affordable back in the day. But with Upper Deck, and then, you know, Topps Stadium Club would soon follow, and then Fleer Ultra, you know, it was basically became, you know, the premium cards were what was desirable. And, you know, all the manufacturers just tried to kind of one-up one another to the point that, you know, a pack of baseball cards today, you know, it's, you know, $5-6 for, you know, just a few cards. And then even, you know, obviously there are products out there that are even much more expensive than that. But I think, you know, arguably Upper Deck really kind of set that in motion. Mike Boddicker, Steve Buechele, there's a George Brett, Hall of Famer, Chris Sabo, Vaughn Hayes, Collectors Club art card. There's a Mark McGwire card, and these cards really double as a team checklist, as I mentioned earlier. So each team will have, you know, one player selected for that honor of being drawn. So we've got about 4 packs left here. You can get these boxes of 1990 Upper Deck very, very cheaply. I was at a card show a few weeks ago. These were available. Somebody had a case of these, and they were selling them for, it was either $10 or $12 a box. You can get these online on eBay as well for similar prices. You may have to pay for shipping. If you buy them in bulk, you can kind of average out that shipping to a smaller amount across several boxes. There's a Barry Bonds card, Tim Loudner, Gary Gaetti, Eric King, Brian Harvey. It's a rather unique picture angle. Kevin Brown. There's a Darryl Strawberry, superstar back in the day. Jose Bautista, Scott Service, and Doug DeCenzo. Obviously, Frank Thomas would be in the 1991 set. I have that card. I can remember that being a big card the following year that you would want to get from the Upper Deck product. Jeff Musselman. I can't really say that there is a particular card that would be considered a chase card. Like I said, the Juan Gonzalez card was certainly a big card to have at, you know, back during this era. I think the Griffey is probably the best card at this point. Larry Anderson. Now this is a card, the Larry Walker rookie card. I think he's going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame here pretty soon, hopefully. I'm not going to try to peel that off. Calvin Schiraldi, Mike Rochford, Mark Carrion, Rolando Rooms, Jerry Roos, Kevin Blankenship, and Sean Dunston. Okay, about 2 packs to go here. Got a Hall of Famer right here on the top. Robin Yount, Rob Dibble, Kurt Stillwell, Mike Belecki, Mike Scioscia, Jose Rijo, Joe Bowever, Carlos Quintana, Terry Leach. Get that off, yeah. Floyd Bannister, Nelson Liriano. There's a Mark McGuire, Brian Fisher, Jose Offerman. He's kind of a big name for a little bit, and Mookie Wilson. All right, so one more pack. Would love to get another Griffey. We've got something here. This is kind of cool. Looks like it's a 3D, not necessarily a 3D, but showing an action. So that was, I think they had a card similar to that in '89. It may have been Nolan Ryan. I can't remember, but I know I've seen that before with the Upper Deck. Tom Candiotti, Jeffrey Leonard. Griffey was already rubbing off on him there with the hat. Dan Pasqua, Felix Jose, Don Carmen, Vaughn Hayes, Tim Cruz, Lance Blankenship, Ken Caminiti, who would win an MVP, Willie Randolph, Marquise Grissom, rookie card. He was in a solid career, solid leadoff hitter. This is cool. Nolan Ryan, 5,000 strikeouts. I remember this card. Didn't know it was part of this set, so that's really cool. That would be a cool card to get autographed, actually, as well. So that's cool. And then Terry Steinbach. So that's it, guys. 1990 Upper Deck. Pretty fun box to open. Hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, thanks for watching.